Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Just want to get on here real quick, and it's been a while since I've did any content. Wanted to get on here and speak my piece, man. It's been a lot going on. The journey's been real. Had some ups, some downs, some interesting moments. Nevertheless, definitely some interesting moments, some highlights, some things that made me better, some things that gave me more understanding of what to believe in and what not to believe in, who to believe in, who not to believe in. Just a lot of things that the everyday person is dealing with in this world that we're living in, trying to become a better version of ourselves, trying to become something and someone that helps not just yourself but mankind. Someone that can get on a platform such as this and talk to the people, see what's going on, see what the atmosphere is. I mean, it's so funny that you'll meet people in your life. You'll meet people in your life and they'll be a certain way or they'll act a certain way, and they'll have their own narrative to life and what life is or life was between you and them. They'll have their own narrative, but in reality, you know what the real thing is, but you let them live. You don't even add to the energy, the negative energy that they have going out. You just let them be who they are. You let them have their false narrative about the situation. You don't go in and try to prove what they're saying is incorrect. You just let them live. You let them live with that fake narrative, because at the end of the day, when the lights go off, when these cameras go off, is that they know what the real is. They know what really happened, and there's no need for you to speak that case. There's no need for that, because of the fact that if you know something is true, if you know the walk that you walk was true, and for whatever reason the situation came back to you in a false narrative, you got to be all right with that. You got to be all right with that. You got to be all right with people are not going to tell the truth, because people want to feel like they're the victim, or they're this, the chosen one, or the one, you dropped the bag, or whatever it may be. They want you to feel that, you messed up, instead of being, ownership of their own, like having full accountability of their actions, So I say, don't even put any energy towards that. Put your energy towards living your best life, doing the things that will take you to the next level. Always have an attitude, or gratitude, or having a situation where you're just at a point in your life that the small things don't get to you. The small things don't get to you. The small people don't get to you. The small-minded people don't get to you. You just allow people to be people. Allow them to be who they are. Allow them to be, that small, quiet voice in the corner somewhere, making a lot of noise, but not making a lot of noise. They're just talking, but not saying nothing. And it's been a minute since I've been on YouTube, but I hear the fake narratives from people. I hear people talking, and I'm like, wow. Like, I think when people talk, if they talk long enough, they'll start to believe their lies. They'll start to believe the things that they're saying like it's truth, because they're saying it enough. You say the same thing enough times, you start believing that yourself. But the people that know you, the people that hung around you, the people that know your characteristic, they know like, nah, that's not who that person is. That's for social media. That's for YouTube. That's for whatever platform that they're on. But that's not who they really are. You know what I mean? And, I just wanted to come up here and kind of, tell my truth. I'll probably make a couple of videos. I'll probably bring some of my peoples on here. And just, I think it's healthy to have conversations. Talk to people, talk your talk, and see what you could do to add to someone else. Somebody might be going through something. If you can share what your life journey is and share what's going on in your life. Sometimes you can help the next person get out of the rut that they may be in. It's an avenue that you are given to give people a way to help them, navigate this thing called life. And just get better. And as you get better, I get better. We all get better in this thing. And just trying to figure out what we can do to make things better in our life. And that's what I do every day. That's what I do every meditation in the morning, every meditation at night before I go to sleep. Dive deep within inside self and bring out that greatness that's inside of me. Because we all want to be great. We all strive for greatness, and we all have the question: how do you become great? And that's dealing with oneself. Not more or less shunning other people or telling other people how they're not great, but just saying, what can I do to surround myself with great people? Because a lot of people have narrative of how someone's less than, how someone's this. In my mind, when I listen to different people on platforms, I say, what type of energy that you had that you had that type of energy come to you? Because if you're so great, if you're so, above and not beneath, if you're so on top of things and you're a boss or whatever the direction that they think they're going, should you have, because we're magnets, so we will draw next to us who we are. So if you drew someone to you that you feel was beneath you or under you, then most likely that energy that you have, that person have, you have. That's why they was drawn to you. So you can't demean someone or tell somebody that they less than, then that means that's saying you less than. Because you was drawn to her, or she was drawn to he, or you. So that's the main thing of, people get on these platforms and they have a fake persona that they give out to people, but that's not the reality. And that's the one thing about this content and people coming on here and speaking their speak, talking their talk. It's so much fakeness that's on YouTube. A lot of fakeness. Not real, pure-hearted people, but just on here either trying to get paid, trying to make money, but not really trying to heal the people. They're not really trying to heal the people. They're just trying to, sometimes I'll be listening to some of the affirmation people, and I'm thinking like, oh man, it's really good. I really got something from this affirmation. And it's like, hey, in the comments they said, drop a comment. So I drop a comment. He said, I'm gonna shoot you a DM. It's like, yo, listen to my audio. It's $27. I'm like, I thought what we was giving to the people was free. This is a gift that God gave us to share with the people. So if we're sharing with the people, why not give it to them free? He'll take care of you. He'll give you avenues. I know we need money. We need things to, I have children, so I got to pay for my children. I got a place to live. Got to pay for that. Got a car. Got insurance. Got to pay all that. Got you. But the thing is that he'll take care of that. But he said, feed my sheep. Take care of my peoples. Be a servant. So everything is not a charge. That's a gift that the Most High gave to you. So with that gift, give it to the people. It's the money will come. Guarantee you the money will come. For me, as money comes to me easily, effectively, fluently, and abundantly. 369. Try it out. Say it 3 times in the morning, 6 times midday around lunch, 9 times before you go to sleep. Whatever affirmation that you have. Because what you're doing is that you're programming your conscious, your subconscious, to say, this is the way I think. So because the way I think this way, it has to be drawn to me. It has to be drawn to me. So, is that's giving the people what they need to be successful. That's paying it forward. It's no need for me to get on here and try to lure people to come in so I can charge you for the education and the understanding that I have. I'll put it out there in the universe, my God, whatever you deem that you're a part of, is that they'll take care of me. I know it's coming. I got so many other avenues that I can take to inherit the kingdom that's inside of me, to be blessed. But you have to believe it, even when the naysayers say you're not blessed. Even when, it get heavy financially, I'm still blessed. Right? I don't care what comes on me, I still have to say I'm blessed. I still have to believe I'm blessed. I still have to receive the blessing. So stay blessed, everybody. Continue the journey. I'll be back on here. I got to make some stops, got to get some things done. But continue to stay blessed, stay highly favored. Understand, if they're not talking about you, you're not important. So let them talk. Let them have their opinion. That's all it is, an opinion. It ain't fact. It's their opinion. Let them live their life through you. Right? So that's the way, that's the office talk for today. That's what I'm coming to you today, is let them talk. Let them say what they say. Let them have their own narrative. Let them write their own narrative the way they want to write it. At the end of the day, it's you know the truth, they know the truth, and God knows the truth. And you good. So be good. Until the next time. And all you're getting, get understanding.